What's going on, fam? What's going on? Coach Ronnie here. The cell phone was acting up, so I had to pull a little switch. So hopefully you guys will start rolling in. I see Eduardo just messaging me. Appreciate that. Eduardo, we can give people time to roll in here, and then we'll go ahead and get started. So I'm going to try to hook up. Okay, Rick's in the building. Rick, Johan, what's going on? Like I said, Eduardo, Lee Holt, what's going on, dude? How's it going, my man? Eduardo, people rolling in. Lillian Baseball, yes, the legend is here. Want to get this thing cranking a little. Showtime Nick's in the building. Cam's in the building. Yes. PB1's in the building. Showtime Nick's in the building. Guys are rolling in. Rolling in. Cooper's in the building. Online clients rolling in. That's what we're here for. We actually have a special guest to talk about this program and where it all started. Mason, the special guest, just joined. He's in the building. Hopefully we'll get Donovan in here. Oh, I gotta switch the cameras back. Sorry about that. Okay, there we go. Mr. Cam is in the building. Mason, that's our special guest. Mason, we're gonna give people a little more time to roll in here. Then we'll lead off with you. Now, I have the agenda right over here. We're going to talk about the online training. We're going to talk about the mental program that I can't call a mental program, but a lot of you call it a mental program, so that hits me right here. But those are the main topics for this evening. Vinny said he's going to try to make it. All right, well, do your best, brother. We will be here getting it on. So like I said, we're going to go over those two topics. And I guess you can call them Damien. What's going on with you? What's going on? Damien? Vinny made it. My man Vinny. That's more than a try, man. You got it done. Appreciate that. First of all, can you guys hear me loudly? Because I haven't put on the headphones. So comment below. Give me a wave if you hear me with no issues. A little communication, a little wave. Let me know that you guys are hearing with no issues. Otherwise, we might have to make an adjustment. Yes? Okay, good. Yes. Bunch of yeses. Excuse me. All right, so people are rolling in. We're going to move forward. D is in the building. Liam's in the building. They keep rolling in. I'm going to keep giving shout outs as you guys roll in. Brad's in the building. Liam, good to see you, Liam. What is happening? Just keep rolling in, fellas. Keep rolling in. Like I said, we're going to lead off with my special guest, Mr. Mason Fakis. We go way Fakis. We go way back. Like I said, this mental aspect of this program started with him. So I'm going to let him just break the whole story down. I'm going to invite you in right now, Mason. Since everybody can hear, we'll add you and see how it goes. Boom, there you are. That's why I like Instagram, man. It's so smooth over here.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Man, you get on Facebook and stuff's popping all over the place and disconnecting. And
yes.
So, but we're here in the building. All right. Jacob, I'm going to keep letting people are rolling in, so I'm going to keep giving them shout out. Hopefully Donovan will show up. He'll be able to speak on this topic as well.
Let me message this man and then see what he's doing, okay?
Yeah, definitely. Appreciate it. I'll kind of, while Mason is reaching out to Donovan, I'm going to kind of lay the foundation of the story here. So just to let everybody know, I'm Coach Ronnie. My background is I was a strength conditioning coach within the New York Mets organization for 12 years. I was a AAA strength coach and the assistant minor league strength conditioning coordinator. Had to retire due to a kidney disease. Had a kidney transplant in 2017. I'm working. I work with Mason and I work with a lot of you on the call or the video call or live session right now. So that's my background. And the main things we're going to cover tonight are our online training program, and like I said earlier, the mental program. All right. So without further ado, Mason, would you introduce yourself? And well, let me give them a little more information about why you're here. Okay. So when I first retired, what's up, Kevin? Kevin rolled in. I was in like a low place, all aspects of life, physically, mentally, spiritually, just and financially, just at a low place. So I said I can stay home and continue to feel sorry for myself. If I can get out there and start training again and making some money. So Mason was the first, I think, the first client I came across, and the quote unquote mental program that I have today, that a lot of you guys are on, it started with Mason. So basically, Mason he was walking on at Kennesaw as a football player, walking on, and we trained for what, like 2 years straight, a year and a half, something like that.
Yep.
Long story short, he made the team, got injured, and made the team again. Cohen, what's up? So, and that's where the mental aspect originated from his journey. I gave him some things here and there, and he took it and ran with it. So, Mason, I think the foundation is pretty clear right now. Could you give your interpretation of that journey?
Yes, sir. I got you, brother. So I just graduated high school. I was living in New Jersey at the time. I had one Division I offer, and that was at Kennesaw State University, 800 miles away from where I lived. I decided to pack the things and move with the family and come down here, and didn't know anybody. Was like Ronnie was saying, he was in a low spot. I was dealing with a lot of stuff, trying to just as a young man, regardless of sports, whatever that is. First time I got to meet Ronnie, we talked about just training and what it was going to be for me to actually reach my goals. And it started with being 60% workouts and 60% mental and 40% really just the workouts. And that was the biggest obstacle for me. And I would say that's not just for me. I would say that's for most of us. Getting in the gym is tough, but the consistency, the adversity mentally that we put on our own selves and that our environments put around us are really the catalyst of failure. And people like Ronnie out here talking to you guys about things that truly matter, things that matter in your brain during a competition, whether that's baseball, whether that's football, whether that's basketball, whether that's anything that Ronnie's training you in. Your mental, the space in between both your ears is what's going to really separate you from anybody else on that field, court, whatever, the grass, the wood, whatever it is. In between your ears is what's going to separate you. And the first time I met him, he told me what's going to stop me. He told me what would stop me from reaching my goal. He said what would stop me from reaching my goal is my attitude. And he got to see my attitude firsthand. And I'm very thankful that Mr. Kenyatta was true and real to me. And we took a lot of time. We took an ample amount of time to talk about my mind as much as we worked out. And out of everything that I've learned, past football, I haven't played football since 2017, and many of Ronnie's lessons I still take to this day, and I try to implement because they're just true philosophies, things that you could use throughout your life. And one thing that Ronnie always gave me that would stick with me is that just how your deliberateness in everything that you do, and how each rep is integral. How if it's 4 sets of 10, you do 4 sets of 10. You don't do 4 sets of 3, and just keeping your own self accountable when nobody's watching. And that was something really big I got from Ronnie.
Man, I appreciate that. And just to give you a little info, we met last night, and this just, he had a gathering, and we met last night. And I asked him to join us because, like I said, the mental side of this program started with him. I asked you to read what was it, Think and Go Rich or The Science of Getting Rich?
It was The Science of Getting Rich.
Yes, that is the book. That is the book. Now, there's another one you need to check out. What is it? Napoleon Hill, Outwitting the Devil. I don't know, you might have already read that. Outwitting the
No,
Devil.
I like Napoleon Hill though.
Yeah.
I haven't heard Outwitting the Devil.
Outwitting the Devil.
I
Yes,
like
that's a brilliant one. Yeah,
I like
actually,
that. What is it? How to Win Friends and Influence People.
yeah.
That's a
That
good one.
Outwitting the Devil. I actually have one of my 15-year-old guys reading that right now, and some people on here, I'm going to recommend it for them personally as well. You know, Susie's in the building. People keep rolling in. Dylan joined us. LJ got clients rolling in left and right.
Yeah,
So that's what it's about, man. I wanted them to hear your story because
yeah,
a lot of the people rolling in here are physically gifted, you know, and but that discipline, and it's not like it's bad. I just know it can go to another level, you know. That's
yes,
what it's all about, you know. A lot of these kids come from strong, solid foundations, you know, and but within us lies our truth, you know, like we were talking about last night, you know, and that's what this program is based on. You finding who you are at the highest level and living that life the best you can. And, um, you know, I based it off like certain books like Think and Grow Rich, Science of Getting Rich. I'm talking about the mental program. Like I said, those books, but it's also based on the seven universal principles of life. And one of them is called, I think we talked about this last night, the law of polarity. Law of polarity. Folks, listen, there's no right, there's no wrong. Just those two are out of balance. You can't have one without the other. All right? So what you have is an imbalance. Your job is to do your best to maintain that balance. When you maintain that balance, it carries over to life and it carries over to the field. And a lot of you out here right now, a lot of you guys on the mental program, Mason as well, you know, you're seeing the benefits. Mason's seeing the benefits 5 years down the road. And so
yes.
I get people down here on this client list that are seeing the benefits today. I had a client, Lillian's in the building. Lillian sent me a text early, told me how her mental program's going for her. Lillian, give me a little wave, a little shout out to make sure you're still here. Um, Lillian and a couple other guys. Spencer had a great day today. Says his mind is calm, cool, and relaxed, you know. And that's what this thing is all about, you know. So, Mason, man, I appreciate you stopping by. You have anything else to say about the program, about your experience?
Yes, I would just say, guys, you're on a great journey right now. All you guys, you're probably around the high school ages. Am I right? Am I
Yeah.
right? They're about to go to college and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You guys are on the head of the curve. You guys started before me, being so professional. If you're with Ronnie Training, you're on a professional program, guys. Be a sponge. Be a sponge. Take as much as you can. Don't come to Ronnie with a full cup. Come to Ronnie with an empty cup and take what the man says, because you're going to be able to take it in so many aspects of your life that you're going to see in hindsight and find a lot of wealth in. I will leave you with that, my friends. Thank you so much for having me. God bless you guys, okay?
Appreciate your time, bro. We'll definitely catch up.
I'll see you, my friend.
All right.
Thank you for having me.
No problem. My honor. All right, folks. So I definitely wanted to get that part in. And Lillian, I'm glad you're still here. We want to talk about that. But now we want to talk about specifically the online program, things we're going to make, changes we're going to make. We want to get into the, like I said, the mental program as well. I keep peeping over here because I have my script right here. So going over things the top cover. I introduced myself. Let's get into the purpose of the call. Pretty much did that, right? So let's dive into some of the program changes that are taking place within the online and mental program. All right. One thing we're going to do, we're going to start the mental side. We're going to start mastering one habit weekly per month. The reason we have to make this change, because I know you guys, shout out, give me a little shout out or a wave. I know you guys love, a lot of you guys love the program, right? You love the daily routine. And as powerful as that is, that's not what's going to take us, that alone is not going to take us to the next level. Those habits are in line with your personality description, all right? Those habits, I'm going to say that again, those habits are in line with your personality description. And I know we kind of overlooked those habits over the first couple of months, but that's going to change. Like I said, we're going to pick a habit a week for a month. Master the habit till it becomes second nature. And that's when the routines will, and the what do I call it? The routines, what I call the mental side. The mental side of the routine will become what's up, optimum, what's going on. The mental side will rise to another level. Okay, once we master those habits, because those habits again are in line with who you are. So that's the plan. We're going to master one habit weekly per month. All right. Now here's what's next. The following month, we're going to specify and address at least one goal per month. Now, the majority of you guys, when you wrote down, when we went over your goals, they're pretty vague, right? Pretty general. Keep looking down. Bloomy, what's going on with you? They're pretty vague and pretty general, right? Well, that's going to change as we go. You guys are getting more familiar with yourself as on the workout side and the mental side. So as we progress on that, these goals need to get more specific. So our goal at that point, when we start having that specificity with the goals, then we're going to, like I said, address one goal per week. So is that goal, Kevin Mitchell, what's going on with you? Is that goal going to be reached in a week's time? Most likely not. But are we going to have that much more focus on that goal, And at the end of the month, are we going to have a clear vision of how to obtain those goals? Yes, we are. All right? So that's what we're going to do next. And next we're going to introduce, I mentioned this earlier, we're going to introduce our big dream worksheet. So this is Coach. How's it going, Coach? Our big dream worksheet. So I got this from the, shout out to the online academy. I got this from those guys. And what it is, we want to lay out your goals over the next 3 to 4 months. But we want you to dream big, sort of like the visualization aspect of the mental program, right? We want you guys to dream big, set the highest goals, be almost unrealistic, right? We want you to have fun with this drill. Set huge goals. If you want to be, be the best player in your varsity team, so be it. Write it down. JoJo Rubio's in the building. Write it down. And we're going to lay this out for the next, like I said, 3 or 4 months. And we're going to work towards those goals, right? We want to set lofty goals, but we're going to know they're lofty goals, right? So if you follow short, hey, you fell short, but most likely you're going to be working towards those realistic goals that we established on your goal worksheet, all right? So at the end of the day, the dream big thing is sort of like a, excuse me, it's a way for you guys to tap into your true power, see how powerful you are, and work towards those super dream big goals, all right? Now, that's what's happening on the mental side. Now I want to talk about the program in general, and this is dealing with the workout aspect, guys, the workout aspect. Communication. I want you guys to ask more questions, especially you guys that have been here for a couple months, but even you new guys, there's no better time than now to ask questions. Dealing with workouts, dealing with the mental side, nutrition, it doesn't matter, especially nutrition, because a lot of you guys are in situations where you want to gain weight, right? So ask a lot of questions, and I just made nutrition, brought up nutrition as an example. That's a great example, all right? So certain things for example, I have right here. I know some people take the routine jackpot EZ, what's going on? I know people change the order of the daily routine, which is okay, but let's talk about that, because the daily routine is in place for a reason. Every activity, you build momentum. Every activity we have lined up, starting the night before, as you know, while we do our first activity. You set that up the night before, right? To set yourself up for wins, small wins throughout the day. So, what's up? I start next week because I'm not in town. Okay, bet, man. Hey, great. I can't wait to get it on with you. Can't wait to see you, Jackpot, coming on with us, joining the team. Love that. So, like I said, with the communication, and we'll talk about it. Sorry, I got distracted right there. Lost my train of thought. Workout. So just, communication. Make sure we have great communication. And I'm going to talk a little bit about workouts. Now, workouts, always track and rate your workouts. That is huge, because throughout that month, I am most likely going to have to make adjustments with the reps, with the sets. We've already experienced that with the older guys. Younger guys, it might not be as important early, but it will. A perfect example of that is Zoe. Edgardo, he's still in the building. So he's made so much progress. I gotta, every time he works out, I gotta contact Edgardo, Zoe's father, and say how do you do. Not in a better way, because he's just making so much progress. We can't let him stay where he is, if he's ready to move forward. Zoe's like 10 years old, and he's killing it, making tremendous progress. So that's why communication is so important. All right. So always track and rate your workouts. You guys have been doing a great job of that, especially the ratings. Lillian again, shout out to Lillian. She rated her workout. Hayden, who couldn't be here tonight, he just like right before the call started, rated his workout a 7. By the way, that's what I like. I like 7s. D does a great job. Everybody does a great job with that. So keep that in mind. Keep tracking. Keep rating your workouts. All right. Now here's the thing. So I need you guys to start sending me. Make sure you write this stuff down. I need you guys to start sending me. No problem, Eduardo. Zoe, keep working, my man. Keep working. Make sure you guys send me short videos of your workouts. So I want to make sure we're using the right technique. Just short, quick videos, right? Of a squat, maybe something that's a challenging movement. I want to make sure we're doing it correctly, right? But especially on the speed, especially for everybody, especially for my young guys. I want speed videos. I want your jumping videos. I mentioned this keep talking about Lillian. I mentioned this to Lillian earlier. I need to see you jump, and I need to see your speed, because I have to make sure we're using proper technique and we're being explosive. All right, since I'm not there with you every day, your first start quickness, I need to see that. Are you taking a jab step, a false first step? Are you stepping back? Miss Intelligence in the building. Appreciate you stopping by. Are you taking a false step? Are you driving off the back leg? I need to see these things, so I can send you a video back showing you how to correct it. So keep that in mind. Let's communicate not only through the messenger, which most of this communication is taking place, but let's also use videos to communicate back and forth so I can get you guys that much better, that much quicker, right? All right. So since what are your short videos? I mentioned nutrition already. Let's talk about nutrition, because a lot of you guys are trying to gain weight. And the meal replacement, I recommend. Jaden, what's going on with you? Glad you stopped by. The meal replacement I recommend, I talked to some of you before, already, is Garden of Life meal replacement. Vanilla tastes really good. Use it every day. Now, the reason I recommend that is NSF certified. If you're Zoe's age taking a 10, Zoe can take it till he gets drafted, because it's NSF certified. So that means you can take it in the pros, you can take it in college, okay? And that's just for guys who, like I said, can't get their meals in. Ideally, I want all of you guys taking in food, especially my young guys. My younger, my Zoes of the world. I might sound contradicting here, but Zoe, I would love Zoe to just eat enough, because he has so much growing to do. He doesn't need to worry about a meal replacement. But I know some of my busy guys into that 15 and guys up to that 21 range. I should maybe say 16 to 21. You guys' schedules are crazy. Keep living down. You guys' schedules are crazy, so you might need a little help. All right, but again, Garden of Life meal replacement, one of the cleanest out there, and even tastes pretty good. So keep that in mind. All right, Garden of Life. All right, so here's another one that I want to start ASAP. The training groups. Now, everyone who's been in the program for a while, the training groups are there. You're either in the youth group or the advanced group. Want to start interacting on those groups with those groups a lot more. All right. So if you're joining, like Jackpot said, he's going to get started. So new guys and old guys or current guys, if you haven't done this yet, make your intro video for your group. I'll add you to a youth group or an advanced group. Make your intro videos. What you need to say. I need you to say your name, where you are from, and your favorite baseball player. Again, say your name, where you're from, and your favorite baseball player. Once you become a member of the team and you have your group established, those are the things I need you to do moving forward. Again, if you've been there for a while, you haven't done it, do that same thing. All right. Now, as I have the groups listed, a youth baseball group and advanced baseball group. And I already mentioned this, record short workout videos for the group. Yeah, well, I didn't say for the group. So we want to create camaraderie within that group. We want to create competition within that group. my overall goal is to build a community with you guys. So I want you guys to not only send videos for me, but also put your workout videos in the group. That's inspiration right there. That's motivation. That's competition. The group automatically tracks personal best, personal records. There's more of your competition right there. I want these groups to come together and, like I said, become a community, and you guys just have your friends join this community. Next thing you know, we got a group of 50-something guys getting after it with a purpose, motivating each other. All right, so that's the goal with that. Record short workout videos for your groups, all right? And even though the group tracks personal best, make a quick video. Man, I got 10 squats of 135 today. That's the most I've done since I've been here. Kay, good to see you, Kay. Kay's in the building. Kay's a current client. So go ahead, announce your personal best within the group. You know, that's competition. That's motivating everybody, and that's keeping everything positive and moving forward. All right. So those are the changes that I want to make moving forward. I'm gonna send this not to everyone individually within the groups. As of tonight, we have to start using the two groups. All right. So we talked about announcing our personal best, and now we got to talk about what I'm going to do in the groups. I'm going to provide workout pointers, right? Motivation, speed hacks. I have a speed hack video for the groups coming out really soon. That's going to be on YouTube as well. And more occasional guest speakers, you know. Baseball's starting up, so I don't know how, you know, that might be a challenge now to people I wanted to get, since they're going to be real busy. But we're going to continue to have somebody talking to you guys that can influence you guys, that can motivate you guys. All right? Let's see. Now, that's all I have regarding the program. All right? So all this, like I said, I'll send it within the group so you guys will be clear. But now it's question time. Does anybody have any questions regarding the program, the online training, or the mental program? Do we have any questions? I feel like I'm forgetting something though, but do we have any questions? Workouts. Yeah, we covered everything. Covered the program changes, the mental program changes. Any questions out there? Any questions? We're about a half an hour in. Let me ask you this. Let me ask you guys this. Is everyone clear on the new direction we're going with the program, from the mental aspect to the workout aspect? Just wave your hand. Just wave your hand. If everyone is clear that's already here participating in the program, just give me a little wave of the hand letting you know you are clear or we are clear. I'm waiting to hear from you guys. Boom, Cooper's good with it. All right. Lillian's in there. Yes, Lillian, Cam. Anybody else clear with the new changes? Zoe, Ricardo. Okay, that's it. I think that's going to be it for now. So, you know, like I said, I'll put the information in the group for everyone else. Now, what I would like to do now is, would anybody mind me bringing them live to talk about their experience with the program overall, the mental side and the physical side? Would you guys come on board as a co-host or a guest? Good to go. I knew Eduardo was on. I knew that. I knew it. And I appreciate it highly. Let me go ahead and welcome Eduardo. There he is. Zoe's in the building. What's going on, man?
Good. How are you?
Hey, Ronnie. How's it going, bud?
How y'all doing, Eduardo?
Good. And you?
I'm great, man. I'm great. You know, I'm looking forward to this for a while, and I look forward to continue doing this once a month with you guys, you know?
All right. Sounds good.
Yeah, and then, you know, once those groups start rocking and rolling, I think it'll be a lot more fun, you know?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. It'll be cool. No, I've definitely enjoyed it so far. So,
Yeah.
um, yeah. I mean, anything you wanted to touch on specifically?
Just both aspects. Can you talk about how Zoe's improved with the from the weight perspective, the weight training, the speed, and everything, and then touch on the mental aspect as well.
Okay. Well, remember, we started back in March, so right around, the beginning of this whole COVID shutdown and everything. We had been working out, a little bit here and there. I had Alonso working out a couple times a week, but since we've been doing this, your whole program, man, his things have changed tremendously. On the physical side, Alonso's he's put on 6 pounds. So he's now at, remember, he's 10 years old, so he's at 132, and he's actually
Mm-hmm.
leaned out pretty significantly.
Yeah.
He's gotten, his shoulders are getting broader. He's jumped up to a size 9 shoe now.
Mm-hmm.
He's I mean, it's big difference.
Yeah. Yeah. How's his athleticism? Have you noticed any changes with that? Base running, those things?
Oh man, tremendously. His his footwork, which he didn't have very much of a base when he began. That's improved tremendously. I sent you a couple of videos. I know you got to check them out earlier today.
Yes.
Fielding wise, he has gotten better with his first step, a little bit quicker. Um, as far as on the hitting side, man, I mean, the ball is jumping from both sides. Remember, the big thing that I talked to you about when we began with him being a switch hitter was right-handed, which is his natural side. I mean, the ball, he already created a lot of loft. The ball had a lot of backspin. He could hit it pretty hard, but then for some reason, he wasn't really shifting his weight really well on the left side. So it'd be a pretty big difference between both sides. But now, we were practicing yesterday, and man, he hit a couple balls both sides that probably went, probably over 250, left-handed and right-handed.
Nice.
You really can't, like I told you on the MLB Network video, Curtis Granderson said about him that he couldn't even tell if he was right-hand or left-hand dominant.
Mm.
So that's how polished, his swing is becoming. The power on both sides is about the same,
Mm.
and that's very rare for a switch hitter at any age. Even at the
Yeah.
in the major leagues, you saw a lot of guys, and even at that level, it's rare for a guy to have the same amount of power from both sides.
Yeah.
So for him, it's man, in 3 months, it's wild. It's
Mm.
and like I said, he hadn't even touched. He'll be 11 at the end of next month.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's yeah, you don't see that too often. I don't just say that because he's my little guy, but when he compares to the other kids on his team, he's the biggest, by far the strongest, and I think pretty soon he'll probably be. It'll probably take him a while to be the quickest, but he's
Mm-hmm.
he's definitely not in the not lagging there. He's catching up to a lot of the guys. And then also, like I shared with you last week when the team started practicing, all the parents and even the coaches couldn't believe that he's 10 years old. I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah. I
these
remember
guys were like, man, he's big. He's stacked. All those type of, those,
that.
because again, he's what, 5'3" now. He jumped up to a size 9 in his sneakers. He's, a buck 32 now. And, but again, just, slimming down. It's making a huge difference.
Mm-hmm.
You really see the strength because I've worked out since I was 13, 14 years old, but he's so much more advanced
Yeah.
than what I was. And then with your guidance and everything, I mean, it's just a bunch of stuff that I didn't even know about, being baseball specific. This is not just doing some push-ups or going to the weight room and just trying to get strong. I mean, there's specifics to it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everything you put together is making sense because I mean, from throwing, running, hitting, it's wild, man. And like I said, me and Alonzo have been working together since he was 4 years old. And, and he learns things pretty quick. And, I've seen him advance in certain areas pretty quick before as a little kid, but this has probably been one of the fastest ones. As far as the mental side, now this is where it's getting really cool. So, for example, a good example yesterday. So when he was hitting, he whiffed. He straight up whiffed on both sides. It was his timing. He started getting a little bit frustrated, but it didn't even get to the point where it bothered him. His coach always lets him hit both sides. He whiffed just about on everything, and he hit 2 bloopers, one on each side, and that was it. So I looked at it, and I was watching him, and I'm like, okay, dude, it's your timing. And then he was like, okay. So, he was okay staying after practice, taking another round when the whole team wrapped up and everything. And the fact that he cleared his mind, let go of what happened in practice, it didn't even, because again, he really started to get rooted in his affirmations.
Yep.
So even though he whiffed and didn't get any good hits like he wanted to, just reset, started over, almost like it never happened. And next thing you know, he's hitting 250-foot bombs, and all his teammates are like, whoa. Because they were still, in the playground playing and everything. And then he's sitting here hitting he hit one left-handed that went over the left field wall. Opposite field shot. And I was throwing to him just like the coach, and we just worked on a little bit of, hey, let's make some timing adjustments. And like I said, it's just when he makes a mistake, he just never wears it. It's like, okay, he just shrugs it off, comes back to the next rep, and it's wild to see at that age.
Yeah. That's
10 years old.
That's priceless. That testimonial is priceless because you're, like you said, that's the main point. It's wild to see at that age a kid to have the awareness to catch himself. But that's what it's all about. That's what there's adults that can't do that. That can't catch themselves in that moment. And say, okay, I'm out of balance, because that's all it is. You're out of, like I said earlier, there's no good or bad. It's just balance. It's polarity. And when you catch yourself, you bring yourself to that balance, you can accomplish anything. And we're seeing it with a 10-year-old, folks.
Yeah, it was like I said. So I'm seeing more and more of that. The frustration doesn't linger. If he makes an error, makes a whiffs or anything like that, he just resets pretty quickly. It doesn't linger. It doesn't bother him, and he always feels really like he's had a good practice, even though he may have not performed as he would have liked or as what he's accustomed to. What I've helped him ingrain with too is just everything's a learning opportunity.
Yep, no question.
He sees mistakes and errors as learning opportunities instead of like seeing it like, oh, I messed up, or I let somebody down. No, he just sees, okay, well, I did this. For example, he was having some issues fielding some grounders in the outfield yesterday, which is kind of new to him. And it was just a small adjustment of getting lower with his legs, using his base. And, he brushed it off and was able to do it.
Yeah, we could work on that too. I could send you some drills, some outfielder drills that I had that worked really well.
Yeah, because I want to get him to be pretty well centered and play different positions. But he's learning and he picks up things real quick.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate that, Eduardo and Zoe. I appreciate you guys' time. Giving that testimony. Man. I really appreciate it. It means a lot. And the thing we're talking about for next week, or the things I'm going to work on next week, hopefully you can make that a reality.
All right. Sounds good, my man.
All right. And I appreciate that.
No problem, bud.
All right. Y'all have a good one.
Bye.
All right, Zoe. Have a good one.
You too.
So, guys, you heard that from a 10-year-old perspective. If Cam is still in the building, Cam, I'd like for you to talk about it from a grown man perspective. Year of college. Could you give me a little wave if you're still here, Cam? I definitely like for the people to hear for what you have to say, if you're still in the building. Let me see if I can bring you live. I'll see if you're here. Okay, cool. Says you're still here, Cam. I don't want to add you without getting your permission, but you give me a little wave if you're, or a thumbs up. Okay, cool. Okay, you're good? It says you're good. Let me go ahead and add you. These headphones aren't even working, man. These headphones aren't even working. That's annoying. To work real quick. Hold on. Nathan, what's going on with you? Hold on, I'm gonna take him out and put it in. Say something, Cam?
Yep.
All right, it's not gonna happen. All right, so this is a grown man. Like I said, the grown man perspective of this thing. Was a free agent, right? But was
Yes, sir.
Was blessed with an opportunity to play at Grambling for another year to up his value. Have a good year. He's right into the mix, right? The SWAC. I know the SWAC has a lot of guys, a good amount of guys coming out of there. You know.
Yeah.
So he's in a good situation, and he's probably gonna train until I don't know, August maybe. You leave August, something like that.
Yeah, middle August.
Yeah. So why don't you talk to the people about your experience? You know, from a grown, like I said, a grown man perspective, the physical, the weight training, and the mental aspect.
Yeah, I mean, when we started the weight program, I remember we established some goals that I wanted to accomplish to find more balance and stability, and then strengthen my back and legs. And going through the workouts that we have, I mean, working out and doing the stuff we did in college and school, it was more geared to just getting the whole body prepared. But when we really went to break things down and go by the goals that I wanted to accomplish, I mean, that took it to a whole nother level. I mean, I've noticed my balance get stronger when I'm hitting in the cage or just doing simple things. I feel like I'm more grounded. And then the mental side has just given me a plus when I'm trying to accomplish those types of things. And when I'm, going through the workouts, if I hit a rough patch or if I'm swinging the bat and, I find myself doing something out of place, it's easy for me to gather my thoughts now. Something I wish I would have had, coming up, like a lot of the guys I see in this program, a lot of the young guys, I think they're going to impress themselves mentally when they come out of this, going through high school and moving on as they get older.
Yeah. Real quick, there's a question down here. It's not pertaining to the talk per se, but Andrew, shout out to Andrew for showing up. He followed through. Connor Williams, another client. What's good, Connor? How you doing this evening? Cam, do you know, this is from Andrew Lusford. Cam, do you know Jeremy Almaguer?
I do not. No, I'm not familiar with him, Andrew.
Okay. All right. And okay, Andrew, we don't know that guy. Sorry about that. But, going back to the program, so the mental Steffi, good. Thanks for stopping by, Steffi. Going back to the program, and this is what I wanted to ask you. Did you read Outwitting the Devil? Have you dove into that yet?
I've been following it. I just hopped on a new book. We were talking about that, Trevor Moawad. It Takes What It Takes. Just keeping that mental balance idea. But I did get through, that video, I think it was a audio book.
Yeah.
I got through an hour of it at first. So I'm probably a third of the way through it. But that's a deep book. Like it like that's overcoming a lot of what it went through or what it talks about.
Mm-hmm.
I
I
mean, I
mean,
was impressed
did you
with the
get to the
stuff.
part? Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
You good? You good?
Did you get to the drifter section yet? We talked about defines a drifter. Drifter.
I think I do remember that a little bit. I need to get back on it though. I need to finish that.
The drifter is and the drifter and how not to be a drifter. That's for me the most powerful
Hmm.
part because I think
Right.
all of us have aspects of both, you know,
Yeah.
and it's important that we again get that balance, you know, get that. I mean, we don't want to be
Yeah.
a drifter at all. If you guys are interested,
Absolutely.
I can send you the link. You know, comment down below if you want to. You older guys, because this you know,
I should. Yeah, I'm
yeah,
with you on
fun.
that. I suggest. Yeah.
Yeah, it's nothing. It's deep. Your parents would have to. The older guys only, 16 and up at best. You know, if you're interested, let me know. Comment below. But I seen the link. But man, I appreciate your time. Is there anything else you want to say? Any other points you want to make?
No, I just look forward to having more communication. I think that's going to be huge with the group
Yeah.
communication. Definitely add a little more. I see the notifications when it says so and so got 7 new personal bests, and I'm just like, oh dang, like I got to step my game up. Like it's cool to see that, get those notifications, and see what it's almost like we're all in the weight room together, and we're all training at the same time. So it kicks it into a new gear for sure.
No doubt. And that's why everything you said is why we're going to move forward with those groups. It's my fault for having a group just sit there collecting dust. But now that's in the past. I'm going to put a couple videos in each group after this, and we're rocking and rolling moving forward. So I'm excited about that.
Absolutely.
Well, man, that's all I have. You know, I got to cut it down in 8:30, and that's all I have for you from you. But I appreciate you stopping by as usual, and we'll be in touch.
Yep, always love it.
All right. There's a couple people I like to get in before we shut it down. My man Cooper is on the West Coast crushing it. Excuse me. Cooper, if you're okay with coming out, give me a little wave, a little thumbs up, whatever. And we have a baseball rock star on here, young lady by the name of Lillian. Lillian, same thing. If you're not comfortable, guys, no pressure. If you're not comfortable, you're not comfortable. Give me a little thumbs up if you're cool. Because Lillian just started, you know. She's literally went program straight to games. Cooper's been, you know, programmed for a while. You know, Callie started to open up, so he started to practice a little bit. I think playing games as well. So would you guys feel comfortable coming out? Just thumbs up if so, and if I don't see anything, I assume that that's enough. All right, not a problem. Well, we have some potential clients here, and we have some in-person clients here. I don't know if they're still here. My man LJ King, my man Connor Williams, the in-person guys. If you guys want to talk about training in person, you know, and things you want to work on and what you have improved on, again, thumbs up. And again, I'll ask, are there any questions about, for example, let me scroll down. Andrew, do you have any questions about the program? Heard a couple testimonials. Hopefully you're here from the beginning to see the direction we're moving forward. Do you have any questions now that you're here, Andrew? Andrew, you heard a couple people talk. Any questions? Who else is a potential client? I think, let me scroll down here. Dylan, are you still here? I need to pull you out. One of our clients, Dylan, hit a bomb in the outfield on another building yesterday. I tried to post this video, but my repost didn't work. But Dylan, are you still here? I want you to come out and talk about what you're starting to experience now. And D, any of you guys want to come on out before I shut it down? We got about 8 minutes. Anybody want to come on out? All right, well, we'll go ahead and shut it down then, folks. We'll go ahead and shut it down. Again, I appreciate you guys coming out. Guys that are on the app, I'm going to post these notes here in the group. Go over there, pick take the information in. If you have any questions, just ask me on the app. Look up. Ask me on the app. All right. But these groups are super important. We have to move forward with this. We have to compete. We have to motivate. And let's be the best athletes mentally and physically that we can be. So, again, I appreciate you guys for coming out. I'll be in touch. Oh, I can't leave yet. Ho. Don't leave us yet. Big announcement. Thursday, 7:30 p.m. right here on IG. I'll have another interview. Our interviews so far have been ridiculous. Head strength coach for the Mets. First base coach for the Angels. The creator of King of the Hill. We don't play games. Juan Castillo's in the building. We don't play around. And next, we're going to have a former Atlanta Brave, a local hero, Marvin Freeman. He's we have similar philosophies as far as not pitching mechanics. That's not my thing. As far as lower half efficiency, right? Mobility, the very important aspects of being a high velocity pitcher and a healthy pitcher. We're going to talk about that Thursday, 7:30 Eastern, right here. Make sure you're here, folks. So I'm going to wrap it up. I appreciate everybody coming out. You guys have a great upcoming week. This is Coach Ronnie, and I am out. Deuces.